I'm going to swap out my lights in my dash cluster today, so I thought I'd make a quick video. I think there's a bunch of these online, but whatever. Can't have too much information, right? So you're going to start, these are Phillips heads. Little short screwdriver helps a lot, like this. But you can fit a regular one in there too. I don't know what Toyota makes their plastic out of, but these I've probably taken these screws out 10 times at least. And who knows before that. I mean, this truck's 20, yeah, over 20 years old, and they still thread in perfectly each time. It's pretty impressive, honestly. All right, so that's undone. Next thing you're gonna do, lower your steering wheel. This is what I do anyway. Ignition on. Put it all the way in low to get this out of the way. Pop this out. Gotta get it out from behind your ignition here, which is the hardest part without breaking anything. There you go. Alright, that's out. Now we got more Phillips heads under here. Okay, turn it off for now. These you can use a longer screwdriver. Again, try not to drop the screws. I've done that. I can't get this screw out of here, so a little magnet helps. If you have a magnetic screwdriver, that's probably best case scenario. These are not magnetic, or else they're not anymore. They may have used to be. That's out of there. Back into park. Turn it off. And you're just going to unsnap the wires, or the harnesses I should say, from the back. They have little clips on top, just squeeze. Alright, so this is how the back of it looks. Yours might look a little bit different. I'm sure I've replaced some of these. So I'm just going to replace the main cluster lights right now. Let me see. See what I have in here. I've done LEDs in this before, so I'm just trying to remember what's LED and what's not. I don't even remember what I have in here. But your main cluster bulbs are going to be the large ones, which are boom, 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 these 4, and then this smaller one, which I believe is a T5, also illuminates part of the speedometer cluster. So you got to pull all this out. So to get to this back one, I got to pull these Phillips heads out. So let's do that. I'll do this one first. So this is actually already an LED bulb, but this is a OEM style LED bulb with the glass. I just don't like these OEM style bulbs as much as I like the 5 LED style ones. You can see the difference here. This is just a single LED. It's nice, it mimics the factory brightness, but I like it extra bright, so I'm gonna switch to this style right here. I was running them before and I just switched them out, and I'm gonna switch them back. But these are perfectly fine. For most people, these are perfectly fine. I'm just kind of particular. So all I'm gonna do is just pop the bulb out of the base, pop the new bulb in place, there we go, that's in place. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on so I know I've done that one. Don't tighten these too much, just a little snug. Just a baby amount of tension. You don't want to break the darn cluster mounts, because then you have to replace the whole thing. Bulb 2. Pop it in the base. Make sure it's flat. Twist. Just going to repeat that for all the large ones. And we have the one ancillary bulb. You can see which is a type 74, also known as T5. Pop that in there. That goes in this small spot. Get it flat and twist. All right. Now before I button everything up, I'm going to plug this back in and make sure they work. All right, got everything plugged back in. Let's turn that on and check the dash lights. You can see, nice and bright. White light. Looking pretty good. All right, so here's how to pop off the HVAC controls to get the lights behind there. You got 2 screws behind these upper vents. Those are out. You got to pull the knobs off. Mine are rubber. So, okay. And there's 3 screws behind these. Okay, those are out. Now we're just going to pop this whole thing off. Okay, that's off. I'm just going to pop the bulbs out. Just remember, anything that's yellow is airbag stuff, so just be careful with that. Unplugging it and plugging it. You really shouldn't mess with those without the battery being taken out. Got the white bulbs in, just pop them back in place. Get down in there. Get down on it. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. That's in. All right, that's easy enough for those 3. I'm just going to test before I put it all back together and make sure we're working here. Yep. All right, so we're good there. We got all white light. So now's a good time if you have this out just to wipe these vents out. You get dust right here build up towards the dash side. I'm just gonna wipe them out real quick. If you have compressed air, you could just blow them out probably. Put it back in. Just gonna pop it in. It's gonna click in place like so. Okay. Pop that back on. We'll put these screws back in. Little line on the posts here, a little raised edge, and that's the position that the pointer is in. Just have to look closely. The stock ones have a little ridge that fits on that edge, but these are aftermarket. They're rubber, so they just hold on by friction. I like them better because they don't crack over time like the plastic stock ones do. I've had these for probably a decade now. All right, boom, boom, boom. That's all back together. Double check, make sure everything still works. Good, we got nice white light. That works, cargo lamp works. I'm not gonna test four-wheel drive right now. Good to go. All right, we got it all back together. This is what it looks like. Nice and bright whites. I also in my past did my keyring in white. I have not yet done, you can see the difference here. This is the stock light in the cargo lamp where it says cargo lamp. And you can see the difference in the color here. I also have not done my 4 high and 4 low switches. Those are still stock. So you can see the difference between the bright white LED and the stock halogen bulb. I'm sorry, not halogen, incandescent bulbs. It's quite a drastic difference. So that's all there is to it. Pretty easy. You can do this for the 2000 to 2004, and then the 2005 and 6 unfortunately have soldered in lights, so you have to do some soldering to change those. All right. Cheers.